Cruisers in California are celebrating after a historic change in state law. A decades-old ban on lowrider cruising was officially lifted this week. The classic cars have hydraulic suspensions that let them hug the asphalt or bounce as they cruise down the street. Now, cruising, which has been embraced by Latino and Black car owners since the 1980s, was banned for what critics say were discriminatory reasons. Natalie Morales visited enthusiasts in Southern California to see how removing this legal roadblock is helping to preserve culture.
On any given weekend, on the boulevards of Los Angeles and the San Fernando Valley, the streets are jumping and pumping with lowriders.
With the boulevards, there's always something going on. Sometimes we have 2 or 3 events that we not even know where to go.
Alejandro Vega, known in lowrider circles as Chino, has been building and painting cars since the early 90s. He says the tricks that the cars perform are always a visual treat.
You will see a guy doing a three-wheel, another guy hopping, a different car coming out, car scraping. It's always something new.
And the time, love, and money that goes into them, they are chromed up works of art.
And your car has even been at the Louvre, right?
That was 2011, and it was there for almost 3 months.
What was it like seeing your car there in the midst? I mean, the Mona Lisa and then the lowrider.
Well, that was a big thing.
But until this week, these cruises weren't exactly street legal.
How many tickets, for example, have you gotten over the years?
Well, at one point, they closed down Sepulveda Boulevard. They closed down like 5 blocks, and everybody inside got a ticket.
Originally a homegrown piece of Mexican-American culture and embraced by Black Californians, lowriding had developed gang and drug stereotypes by the 80s, leading to bans across California.
So why did cruising become illegal?
I think they were looking at it as like a public nuisance, as a way to sort of like have control of the streets.
Denise Sandoval is a professor of Chicano studies in LA.
You know, racial stereotyping always plays a role in laws that are targeting working class communities or communities of color. Like when you look at the 90s and the attacks on our community, and again, that was sort of the fear of like gangs, but lowriders are not gang members.
She says since those days, lowriding has regained a lot of the positive vibes that first brought it to prominence.
When you talk to a lowrider and you ask them, what does it mean to be a lowrider? And they say, well, it's about heart, it's about pride, it's about family. Not just your blood family, but your community also as family.
All right, Q, revving it up.
On a Sunday afternoon recently, I took a cruise with Laquan Lee, aka Q. He's a member of the USO Car Club alongside Chino Vega.
Are we gonna bounce? Woo!
Bounce a little bit.
What kind of looks do you get on the highway?
Oh, it's crazy. People, they pull out their cameras. I get the thumbs up. I get the honks.
That is so fun. Woo! It's a little tilt-a-whirl.
More and more, women are building and showing off their own rides.
Women have always been a part of lowriding as solo riders. Lowriding has been a masculine activity, but the changes that I've been seeing in these last 5 years is that women are just starting their own clubs. Women are creating space for themselves.
For the community, it's a new day for lowriders, one where they can embrace their culture without fear of prosecution.
There's a lot of people that go to the cruise spots, and we literally make a day out. You know, we take our chairs, we sit down and stay there. When we see the cows, now we have to pick up all the stuff and leave. I don't think we have to do that anymore.
And lowriders were celebrating already in force with cruises over the New Year's weekend along some of the avenues and boulevards made famous for the joyride, maybe even taking down some of those no cruising signs along the way, and ultimately what they view as freedom of expression, art, and a representation of their culture will no longer be criminalized or discriminated against and can be enjoyed by many future generations of lowriders, Nate.
I love